Hi, this is James Holaday. I just want to give a quick report on week 3 of the NC Central UNC Archives project at Wilson Library, and we went over there on October 18th, 2018 and started with what we'd been doing before, going through the backlog of collections they have there. And so the first part of the day was entering a collection into the system so it can be accessible to people. And then we had lunch, which was a really good lunch. I think we all enjoyed that. It was really good with staff from Davis Library, including Monica Figueroa, who is the music librarian, and then Doug Diesenhaus, who is Director of Strategic Initiatives, I believe that's right, and Tim Shearer, who is, I'm sorry, their titles are long. Tim Shearer, Associate University Librarian for Digital Strategies and IT. And so they were really good. They helped, they talked a lot about helping us find jobs and the hiring practices of UNC and how they're really trying to make changes in that. So it was a good discussion. I think we all enjoyed it. And then after lunch, we met with Patrick Cullum, who is the photo archivist. And so that was really interesting just to see what all he does. And then he works with Rebecca Stubbs, who is an NC Central student, who works with him part-time. And so he showed us everything he does and all the different challenges he faces. And then after that, we met with Ann Wells, who is the AV specialist. And so she went over what she does. So now I'm going to show a few slides I took just to sort of show what our day was like. The collection we processed from the UNC backlog was from the Carolina seminars. And it has a lot. The seminars were on all kinds of subjects, so it was a very diverse collection. And you can see here some of the topics were Africa, ecology, Judaism, Islam, entrepreneurship. So it was a little bit of a challenge to describe it, but it was interesting stuff, and it didn't seem that there were any restrictions on it, which makes it easier for them to put up to be accessible. And this next picture, there's Felton going through his box of all the different folders he had. And there's Rebecca on the left. And then here's Khadijah going through her box. And each of these boxes had, the different seminars in there, as well as, the reports of the whole organization, emails between the visiting professors and correspondence. And so it was a very wide-ranging collection of things. Here's Tanasha with hers, and so I think we also had annual reports in there. And in the background, you can see Adriana working with Jackie, and Adriana was typing, and Jackie was looking at the screen, and what we were all discussing, what was in our boxes, and then they were filling it out on screen, and we were all contributing to that. So here's another shot of that, where we're trying to figure out how to describe this collection. And then after lunch, when Patrick Cullum came in, he had a display set out for us of all the different types of photographic items he has to deal with, everything from slides to film to prints to glass negatives. So it's all kinds of very old styles of photo information. Here's another shot of Patrick showing Tanasha, Khadijah, and Felton all the different photographic examples that he has to go through. And then the next one we had was Ann Wells, and she's the AV archivist, and her job was very challenging, mainly for the reason that there's so many different formats of AV items. So everything from 8-track tapes to reel tapes to wax cylinders to records and the challenge she has to face with a lot of things is finding the equipment to play those on, to display them. Whereas Patrick said with photos, all you really need is light to be able to see them. With the AV equipment, it's a lot more complicated to see what you're actually dealing with. Plus with her, she said that all of her collections are mainly dealt with on an item level in the descriptions, which is a little bit different style than the collection level descriptions we were doing with the other things. That's the end of my little slideshow. I'm really looking forward to one more week working with them in the UNC archives, and I'll report back next week. Thanks.